Audio speeding.
Camera speed.
All right, cool.
You want to start us off first? You want me to?
Yeah, I'll start us off. All right, guys, welcome back to the GBM podcast. We are Gore Brothers Media, and we're a video marketing company, and we make independent media. So today's episode, Kason, you want to kind of tell us what we're talking about today?
Yeah, we were just gonna kind of talk about. It's kind of a pretty general topic.
Get straight to it. Just get straight to it. Say it.
We're just gonna talk about like the DUI kind of punk ethos, kind of punk lifestyle, and kind of what it means to us.
Okay, cool. So, somebody want to start off? What punk is? Just give people a debrief.
I think it's just like. I think generally punk is just going against what's normally accepted, the standards for things. But I think the way I kind of view it, or how I most like identify with it is like, in a sense, with like, yeah, like not going the status quo, not going the normal route, and like starting yourself, not taking no for an answer, and just like fucking
anarchy.
No, not anarchy.
It's not anarchy, man.
No.
Rick.
I don't know. Kason kind of nailed it on the head. I would say just doing things your own way and building something in your own way, however you want to do it. If you don't have the means to do something, then finding those means by any means necessary and just making something.
So okay, real quick, what do you guys, when you hear history of punk, what comes to mind?
Like fashion stuff and music and. Maybe just I'm not sure, really. I just think of all the English stuff, old English stuff. I guess old to us.
I don't know. I think it's like. I think it's independent. It's very like controversial. It's very in your face. With the fashion, with the music, I think with it's just like the lifestyle is just like not very subtle. It's
loud.
Right, it's loud. And
it's loud. I think that's probably one thing that everyone can agree on. It's loud.
Yeah.
It's right. At times it's maybe obnoxious to some people.
Right. Yeah. No. And it's like in its nature, it's very like jarring and so, like slightly off-putting, but.
Name some punk bands. Name some things that are punk. Name how you got into it. Be specific.
I think punk bands. I think you obviously talk about like Bad Brains and like.
All right, what's punk about Bad Brains? I've never heard of that band. What's punk about them?
In their nature, their music is, by definition, very punk, very hardcore punk. They're very loud, very fast, but also they're like almost like a punk's punk because you have this like loud, fast band, and as soon as you think like, okay, I kind of got them figured out, they have like kind of slower, more reggae, and it's like it's not punk like all very violent and like militant. It's very like peaceful almost.
What different genres of punk can you kind of outline?
I don't know. That's
as far as music,
fashion, just go. Just punk eras, punk subgenres. Just things
rock.
That you're familiar with. Hippie rock. I heard that the punks and the hippies did not get along because the punks were like,
I don't know,
thought that hippies were too passive and like didn't, because a lot. I feel like a big component of like punk is like, this feeling the need to be active in some capacity.
I think punks are just like the first generation of hippies. No, not hippies.
I think it's almost like
hipsters,
a reaction to hippie, where it's like, you could say, it like kind of derives from the hippie movement of just kind of like
TikTok.
Huh? It derives from TikTok?
No, I'm saying. Tell us. We're on a podcast. Come on.
All right.
It like I don't know. I think it has a lot of the same values of like anti-establishment, kind of non-violent, but it's like it presents that non-violence in like we just want to be left alone, we just want to like live our own life, but you won't let us, so we have to. It's like almost a reactive violence, because like the hippie movement was so passive and like I think it didn't work out. There's not many hippies nowadays. Hippie's not a big subculture nowadays.
There are plenty of people who would call you a hippie.
Yeah, well, I mean,
you wearing a suit, ironically, that's kind of like
yeah. Well, it could be seen. Is that hippie or is that punk? Because ironically, I think you could say this is ironic. I wore this because I thought it was nice. And I just want to be nice, look nice on camera. But I think you could say, like, somebody might say, look at that punk. He's just like, oh, look at me, I'm dressing up. You know,
you can make
ironically dressing up.
Yeah, not make you angry.
You can make an argument like either way.
It doesn't make me angry. I think you interpret my suit however you want to.
Are you a punk?
Me?
Yeah.
I don't like to put a definition on things. I don't like to kiss and tell.
So let's stop talking about stuff that we might not have a ton of knowledge on. How is punk related to what we do? How is what we do punk?
Go ahead.
Okay, so pretty much like a big component of punk, especially punk rock, is like you don't need the best gear. You don't need a ton of knowledge. You don't need a ton of money.
That's a bit.
At the end of the day, just start, get people involved, get people with you. Come at it with a positive attitude. That's why we like Bad Brains, because PMA, like PMA. it's just a way of approaching life, and I'll swing it back over to somebody else.
I like PMA.
PMA,
I like it as a saying.
Yeah.
What's PMA?
Positive mental attitude.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So the Bad Brains, they had this catchphrase, positive mental attitude, and it's just cool because
the thing with Bad Brains too is the lead singer HR. He got his whole idea, a part of it from his book Think and Grow Rich, which is like it was like a kind of finance and like personal.
It's a self-help book. It's a self-help book
from like the kind of industrial era America, and the whole thing, like the big chapter in that book is talking about like, okay, you don't have experience with this, you don't have experience with that, but here's a story. It told a story of a guy who like kind of presented himself in a way, kind of using what he had and finding what skills he did have and kind of like presenting that in a way that would look attractive to a business. And I think that is the same way with like, maybe you don't have the best equipment, you don't have the best money, maybe you don't have like, okay, but this is what I do have, and this is how I'm going to use what I do have to like do whatever I want.
Make something happen.
Make something happen.
Yeah, and the whole that reflects in the filmmaking, because I think a lot of people when they're first starting out, they have this kind of fear of like, I don't have a camera that shoots in 4K, or I don't have this, or I don't have that. What's way more important than the quality of what you're shooting with? I mean, granted, quality is good, quality matters, but like what's more important than that is like what is actually happening in the frame. Because you can be shooting on anything, but if you captured something, then people are gonna do whatever they can to, pretty much experience it. They don't care if they have to experience it through
1080p, 720.
No, seriously, because and so that's what it is. And the same goes for the music. You don't need a ton of musical like knowledge to, just do 3 power chords and make a hit song. Like, so many songs nowadays are just 3 power chords, and it's because like.
So is modern music punk?
Modern music punk? No. I don't know. Was old music punk?
Well,
that's what kind of question that is.
Okay, so it's like the music made nowadays, 3 power chords. Would that be considered punk?
I think
depends
punk,
on how it's made.
I'm not seeking to define any kind of music as punk necessarily. I think it's like a certain spirit of like, I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, it's more so how stuff is made. It's not like. Yeah. I don't have much knowledge on the history of punk or like what is or what isn't. But like, if something's made in a certain way, I could say, I like that. I can identify with that because that's punk to me. Like, you don't have like the best equipment. You don't know something, but you're just like, yeah, I'm just gonna do it.
I'll go ahead and say that I think a lot of stuff is kind of written off as punk or written off as like super raw and like super emotional as an excuse for like the poor quality maybe. Where it's like, oh, it's supposed to be unsettling, or it's supposed to be super like jarring, or it's supposed to be super, I mean, like shitty because it's punk
and it's like avant-garde.
Right. It's weird. You don't understand it.
So then there comes this point where you have to have a lot of honesty with yourself about like, what do I actually think about what I'm making? Is it actually something of value, or am I just phoning it in and expecting to get some kind of recognition?
Well, sometimes you can get praise for something, I think, and it's like maybe you don't think it's good, but everyone else around you thinks it's good, which is, I mean, should drive you to make better stuff.
Yeah.
But more times than not, it doesn't. But
I think people hear like, oh, this hit song was written but with 3 power chords. All I need is I just got to learn 3 power chords and I'm good. I can write a hit song. It's like, no, you have to write a hit song, and it's like you have to use what you have to like make something good. But that something good still has to be made. You don't just like kind of have these things.
Well, and it's do you have an idea? Do you have an idea? Because you can get an idea across with very little, but you have to have an idea.
Right.
And so
trust your ideas also, I would say. Even if like they're very minuscule and maybe like not that important to you, trust every single one of them, and no matter like how big or small they are, and just figure out a way to put it out or put it on paper or do whatever you have to do. Because a lot of times the same ideas that you're passing on, someone else isn't passing on. And then, 6 months later, you're like, oh, I had that idea. I should have done it. And it's out in the world.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of times where, like everyone, I think everyone has some good ideas. It's just only like out of the people who can recognize what ideas are good and which ones are bad, how many of them take action on those ideas, and how many people like stop themselves before they jump in because they go.
There's like a veil of like, oh, like this kind of people probably wouldn't like it, or I don't have this equipment, or maybe I don't know how to do this yet. So it's like you just have to figure out a way to get it out.
Yeah. Also, like what he said about so and so might not like it or this or that. There is another big thing, another hurdle when you first start making stuff is it's scary. When you throw yourself out there, when you throw your work out there, it's an expression, it's a little piece of you, and you're throwing it to every possible human opinion that will come across it, and not all of them are going to be very savory toward you, but that's inevitable. That's inevitable, and it's better that you just go ahead and make something regardless. I feel like I'm sitting on wheels.
No. It's inevitable of like any choice that you'll ever make, like what shoes you wore today or something. Someone, even if maybe they don't say it to you, someone's gonna be like, I don't like those, or it's like it's inevitable of any choice you make. So it's like you might as well just make something.
Well, and I think it's like you gotta kind of pick who you're appealing to, because it's like I think with your work you gotta say, okay, regardless of what I make, somebody's gonna get mad.
Right.
And so it's like, do I want to appease the majority? Like, do I want to cast the largest net, or do I want to talk to these exact people, or do I want to kind of reach these exact people? Well, I mean,
you gotta appeal to yourself.
I think a big part of it is yourself, but I think like within that, like other people can identify with things that you do or like, and maybe you don't know it, but that's why you make something.
Yeah.
At least for me, part of it is that way.
Yeah, you want to find your crowd.
Yeah.
That appreciates what you're putting out there.
Yeah, and will support it, and also give you feedback on it, and be honest with you, and also people who are friends with you completely outside of the work that you do. That if you can get a group together that all has that same kind of idea in mind, you will be seriously amazed at like what can happen from that. Like I feel like we need to get kind of back more toward punk, because I think everything we're talking about is punk.
Well, yeah,
But I want to tie back into real world examples. So, so in our personal filmmaking journey, or our video, or our creation journey, what are some examples of some things that we could have maybe deemed punk, where we had very little at our disposal, but we went ahead and, did something with it. Well,
I have one.
Huh?
You can say yours, but I have one.
No, go ahead, because I need it.
The camera right now that this is being filmed on is duct taped to the tripod.
Yeah. So, and that's every shoot you go on, you're human. You're human. You're gonna forget something. Every time we're on the way over here, I was like, so I wonder what we forgot. And yeah, you're gonna forget stuff. You're gonna make mistakes, even once you're like well into your professional career. But it's like, how are you gonna overcome them? Because you're creative. So figure some kind of something out.
I think it's really easy to get here and you set everything up and go, hey, we forgot this,
We'll scrap it.
Well, yeah, let's go back home and do it another day. But we're like, no, we're here. We're about to make something.
Might as well.
Let's find a way. Even if it's duct taped together. This is not the best way to do this, but it's a way that is gonna work.
That's another great point. Is urgency is like you have to have kind of an idea of like, if we're not doing this right now, it's probably not going to get done, because there are so many things that come into your life that are just not even a part of whatever art you're trying to make or whatever that is there to distract you. When you do get an idea, like, you have to latch onto it fast. If you get if you get an idea of something to write, you need to get it down fast. Like, act on that feeling that because also too, I think a big part of like what makes making stuff cool is the kind of magical sort of feeling that you get.
It's like dreamlike.
It's dreamlike, and but you don't get that if you are just constantly kind of formulating on an idea, like,
or thinking about it.
Well, and it's like such a spur of the moment thing that you have to. It's so easy as a human to just be lazy and go, I don't really feel like it right now. I'm gonna work on it a little more and then do it later. I think it's important to, as soon as you have that feeling, like, you don't get that very often. You don't always. No, I'm not every day having a cool idea. So when I do have that idea, and it is like, the iron is hot, you gotta like strike, and you gotta.
Here's I'll just admit, one of our biggest like issues that we ran into one time on a very early shoot was we were filming a wedding, and we had this beautiful Z-Cam we're using here today, except she wasn't being as compliant. She didn't want to work, and
because because you're supposed to have a specific card for the camera, and we didn't use that card like little punks, and then it came back to bite us.
Once again, this would be an example of us saying, oh, we're punks, so like it doesn't. But no, listen.
We don't need it.
We don't need the right. No, but on a serious note, we still captured the moment. Granted, it was on an iPhone, and granted, they probably were looking for a better quality video than an iPhone. But here's another thing: is also it's what is in the video. Once again,
right?
Because what would have been worse is if you walk up and you say, "Hey, my camera's broken. Sorry, your wedding's not getting filmed."
I'm mad at you.
And it's embarrassing. It's embarrassing because you're. Let's say you make video. Let's say you do photo. You really pride yourself on the quality of your work. You want it to be really crisp. You want it to be clean. But at the end of the day, whatever you're doing, whatever you're making, it doesn't have to be perfect. It just has to exist.
And like with like the wedding example, it's such like a emotional. You want to capture this emotion, so it's like, I'm sure you tell them, hey, would you rather not make me not capture it at all, or capture it a little bit worse quality? 10 times out of 10, they're just like, well, I just want the moment. I don't really care. I just want the idea of it's nice that it looks real pretty and it's nice, expensive.
Okay, so I have another example of something that we've done that was DIY. Sort of. We started a band, which is like, it's not a punk band or anything like that, but we were like, how are we gonna get any shows popping? We don't live in Houston. We don't live near where the shows are happening, really. So
how are we gonna get music for the other films that we're making?
Yeah. Music for films too. It's like, we didn't want to like go through with getting stuff that's copyrighted, or we didn't want to go through with
paying licensing.
And so we're like, well, what's gonna be more personal to what we're making than what we can make? But we threw a show. We do a little show.
Yo, you good.
We share.
Somebody's opening that door.
Okay.
You good. Yeah, we threw a show.
We threw a show.
Well, first we got canceled.
The show got canceled.
Mm-hmm.
And then luckily we had somebody who reached out to us and provided us with the space. Once again, every single person you know has some passion about something. And if you guys are able, if you can find other people and you two can, or you, however many, can share this like kind of, I don't know, this passion for making stuff and passion for expression and passion for like art. It's pretty much just creating free value all around. It's pretty much just making everybody happy all around.
And that's my favorite thing, and that's something that makes people want to root for you. Is like, yeah, sure, like, say I'm in a band. I don't really care if you're in a band. I don't really care if you make movies. I don't really care if you write. Like, whatever you do, I just want to see you like
doing something.
Yeah, something that you're passionate about and something that like you want to be doing, and you're just doing it. Like,
well, you always want to be a part, like, or at least I do. Anytime I'm like listening to someone really like explain what they have going on or what projects they're working on, I'm like, that sounds dope. Like, I want to be a part of that. Like, I want to help you. I want to like, let me hold like a light or something, or let me like, you know what I mean? Let me just do something because I want to be a part of this. I want to like mix in with this.
Well, because it's like inspirational.
So
it's
much fun.
It's like I don't know. You just want to be around it.
It is inspirational.
It's just like, yeah, it's inspiring to be around. It's awesome.
Okay, so I got a little game. We can play.
No.
All right, so this is called Punk or Corporate. Are you ready?
Yeah, go ahead.
So pretty much, the game's pretty straightforward. I'm gonna name a thing, and then you tell me just briefly if you think it's punk.
Can anyone call it out, or are you gonna call on us?
We'll just go down the row. We'll just go down the row.
I don't have to be first.
You don't have to be first. We'll call it out as you guys figure it out. But
I think
we gotta go one at a time.
I think as soon as you think of it, just say it.
Okay.
Just say it. No,
Well,
don't.
Okay, but we want
the
the shorts to cut nice.
Just go. Start with Kaysen and then go down this way.
Okay, so
punk or not, TikTok.
Punk or not.
The hardest one.
Punk or not.
Socrates.
Yeah. All right. So, and you can pass. You can pass if you want. Because don't pass. You'll look stupid.
Yeah, you can pass.
But you can pass.
First one, passing, corporate as fuck.
Passing is corporate. Don't do it. Wait, what do we mean by corporate? We got to define that real quick.
I think corporate is just. I think corporate
creation
is like
by committee,
right.
Playing it safe.
Permission, you got to get permission. You got to play it safe. You got to be very passive. Like
yeah.
And I think corporate too is like, I think of corporate and I think of it
playing
like,
to the
I'm
general
working
public.
Under someone else.
Playing to the general public.
I'm working for like
GP.
someone else on something I don't care about.
Yeah,
GP.
there's zero feeling. What?
No, he said general public. I was just shortening it to GP.
Okay.
GP. I didn't.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
Abbreviations.
No. So GP in this
I think
sense,
abbreviations are punk.
GP in this
Quick.
sense could mean general population.
Yeah.
Gen Pop. Say that again, please.
General population.
Gen Pop.
No, I said general population.
Why
Yeah,
are you
no.
abbreviating?
No, that's what it
Okay,
means.
but what's the
No.
other abbreviation?
No, that's
I'm on the edge of my seat over here.
That's what they called in prison.
So what are
When
we
they
going to
put you
abbreviate
in with
this game?
everyone, that's general population. You're in with everyone.
Gen Pop. Gen Pop.
No, it's GP, folks. GP. Okay, just start the game.
Lean into his mic when you speak, because I keep forgetting. Either one. Just find a mic.
All right. Go.
I don't want you to be.
It's okay.
Okay, so Punk or Corp. Sony cameras.
They're Japanese.
Are you sure?
Sony? Am I sure that's...
And Japanese can't be punk?
No, I'm just saying they're Japanese. I'm just spitting a fact.
Okay, yeah.
Sony cameras, man.
Is Sony not a corporation?
Man, this game was meant to be fast-paced, by the way, guys.
Corporate.
It's a corporation.
Okay.
It's a corporation.
Just because something is literally a corporation doesn't mean it's corporate.
Yeah. No, well,
because
but also,
corporation.
like, I've never also seen like, oh man, Sony's really like pushing the boundaries. Sony's really just going out there and getting
it's literally a
for
corporation.
For the record, Sony, Punk. Gym culture,
pass. Sorry.
I
don't know. I don't know anything about gym culture.
Punk. Well, that just peaked.
I think it's pretty corporate.
Corporate, okay. F sharp, the key of F sharp.
Corporate.
I don't know. I don't know, man. I'm passing again. I'm
Punk.
sorry.
What?
Punk.
Punk. Word. Okay. Taylor Swift.
Punk. At this point, punk.
At this point, punk.
At this point, punk.
At this point, punk. Wait, how do you mean?
She's just like. She just embodies punk, in like, in every aspect of her life.
Absolutely.
Okay, Rage Against the Machine.
Corporate. At this point, corporate.
I don't know enough about Rage Against the Machine.
I don't know. Yeah.
Oh man, this game is riveting. Blue Jeans.
You're the one who made it.
Blue Jeans.
It's you guys' answers.
Blue Jeans are punk.
Denim is punk.
Yeah, denim is punk. Well, it's like, it's punk.
Yeah.
Because it lasts forever.
Well, it's like the embodiment of the working class. I think it's the embodiment of just like going and getting it.
I think it's just like something that you buy once and hold on to forever if you treat it right.
Activism.
Punk.
Probably by definition punk.
Video games. You guys are a fan of definitions.
Video
Corporate.
games is
Corporate.
definitely
Punk.
Corporate. Like, what video? Is there more like a specific one or just video games?
Video games.
Punk.
Corporate. Corporations make them. I mean.
There's a disagreement here. We got to fight it out. We got to
No,
find
we
a
don't.
middle
We don't.
ground.
Well, why do you think it's corporate?
Why do I think it's because they're made for the masses, like you just said earlier? I guess
not
like
really.
technically somebody could hop on and like make their own video game, and that would be punk. But just video games as a whole, I don't know. It's hard to answer because you have to lump everything. That's like saying, is music punk?
There's a whole industry.
Yeah,
you
no,
got
that's
different
true.
subcategories
That's
for
exactly
every
what
game.
I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
All right, public schooling.
Public schools.
Public schooling.
I mean, they're government ran. That's
pretty
corporation.
corporate.
Yeah.
Yeah, corporate.
Eating seed oils.
I don't
What
know.
the fuck?
I mean, it depends.
I
It
don't
depends
know,
why
and-
you're eating seed oils.
I think it's probably more punk just to not give a fuck.
No, exactly. Yeah. Well,
I don't
think
even know what a
it's-
seed
it's-
oil is.
It's not very punk. It's not very punk to be like, just like.
It's not very punk to be like, I'm not going to eat
whatever
this.
and just eating whatever. But it's also punk to be like, I don't really give a fuck. It's just food.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't know.
Unless it's not food. Because they do be selling stuff as food nowadays that's not food.
It's true. That's true.
Well, that's pretty punk to like eat not food.
Yeah.
So the corporations in this
Kill
case are
yourself.
punk because they're like, we don't care what you eat.
I think it's more punk to just start your own farm and grow your own food.
Let's see. Dating discourse.
Dating
I don't even know what that means.
discourse.
What does that mean?
Elaborate.
Discord?
All right.
Discord?
Podcasting.
Oh, so
Podcasting.
punk,
Yeah.
so cool.
I don't know.
It's
Not
so hard.
answering
You gotta
question.
take a stance on
Not
something.
It's so hard to answer all these. Podcasting as a whole, there's
Eric doesn't know who he's trying to please.
Give us a definition.
okay.
Give us.
Well, dude, there's podcasts that are like ran by corporations, and then there's podcasts
Okay.
like this where we're sitting on a roof talking about bullshit.
Okay, there you go. That's an answer.
Like this one would technically be punk, but like I can't speak on all podcasts. I don't know. You
have to speak on all podcasts right now.
I don't know.
Okay. Earning an income.
Why do you ask me?
I'm asking whoever. I just
know.
give the
Punk
mic
as
to you
fuck,
because you guys
dude.
be answering.
I don't
Punk
know.
as fuck.
It's punk.
It's punk.
Earning
it's like-
income or
Like,
earning
salary?
income.
Be like, I
Like
don't
surviving?
care what you're gonna say. I'm gonna get my salary, and I'm gonna take care of my
I
family.
guess.
Money hungry.
Money
You're
hungry.
just you're.
Yeah.
He's a
Just any
consumer.
fa-
he's
No,
a- he's a
it's
consumer.
like this is what I like to do.
Anything
This is what
for
I
the
like-
green,
this is what I
man.
like to do.
He's a
Consumer.
company man.
This is what I like to do.
Company
I like
consumer.
to be like, oh, this is the game you're playing. You're gonna like, accumulate all this wealth.
Flip it.
Okay, well I can do that too.
Boom.
I just don't really want to.
Okay.
I just don't really want to.
Senate Wait, I gotta restart because we haven't said punk or corp in a long time. I need to say it between every single
Yeah.
one so these will chop up better. All right, punk or corporate Senate UFO debriefings.
I don't know.
Corporate.
I don't know.
Corporate.
Yeah, I guess corporate. I don't know.
Corporate.
Okay.
Corporate.
um,
UFOs.
Wait, wait. You guys gotta start saying why. You
Well,
guys-
Wait, we have to
how
ask
can it
you
be
why?
punk?
no, you don't have to ask me. You have
How
to-
can it be punk?
How can it be punk? I didn't say it was. You need to say how it's
Well-
corporate.
Right, that's the thing is I don't think like
When I think of Senate UFO debriefings,
You can
don't-
shorten all that down to Senate.
But he's talking about UFO debriefings. Like specifically that, I think nothing punk about that.
The Senate. They're like, we're just gonna tell. We're just gonna tell them about the
corporation,
UFOs.
bro.
They're like, we're just gonna tell them. We don't care. It's declassified. That could be punk. I'm not saying it is. I'm just playing devil's advocate here.
No, I think it's very corporate.
I wish I could play devil's advocate, but I don't like answers.
Loving the people that hate you.
Punk.
Loving the people that hate you.
Punk.
I guess punk, yeah. Sure.
Punk, yeah.
Punk.
All right. Punk or corporate? The Roman Empire. Sorry, I had to. Not that I'm trying to take part of this trend, but I have very strong feelings.
In a meta answer, the Roman Empire joke is corporate.
The Roman Empire joke is corporate,
but
I'm talking about the actual Roman Empire.
But the Gladiator by Ridley Scott.
That is punk.
That's a great piece of art.
Punk.
What's his name in that? Maximus. Maximus was punk. Very punk.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
A deodorant.
I don't know. I don't wear deodorant.
Corporate.
Punks don't wear deodorant.
No, dude.
I
Smelling good
I
is
don't
so
wear deodorant.
punk. Dude, the corporations don't want you to smell good.
Says the guy who has coconut oil in his hair.
It's dry shampoo. It's not coconut oil.
Okay.
I didn't mean
Punk or corporate? The helicopter flying overhead.
Punk, bro. They don't care that we're recording podcasts.
Yeah, they're doing something
rest of them-
completely not related.
They're recording a podcast.
Yeah. Punk or corporate?
We need that footage.
Helicopter podcast.
Helicopter podcast.
Punk.
So okay, Houston, Texas. Screwston, Texas.
Screwston, Texas.
Like as a whole, like as a city.
Houston, Texas. Make a judgment.
Oh man.
Guys, you realize this game is ridiculous. Nothing you say matters. It's not.
I'm just gonna say corporation.
Corporate.
Punk.
He just wants to be a contrarian.
I know.
I just want to be a punk.
All right.
Changed him.
So now you guys are gonna have to take a serious political stance.
Yes.
I'm just playing. This next one is is free speech punk or corporate?
Free speech is punk.
Free speech, like actual free speech, or the like free speech that we know today.
Just being able to say
what you want.
So
what
free
you
speech
want.
by definition, or the free speech that we are all accustomed to. That's my question.
Okay.
I'll answer your question, but I have
Free speech as it is described in the Constitution.
free speech as it is described in the Constitution is punk, but the free speech that we know today is not.
What's the free speech we know
That's
today?
that's great. Yes. Yeah. I agree.
What is the free speech we know of as today? What's your definition?
The free speech of today isn't free speech at all. It's something else that's propped up to be free speech.
I'm
Like,
lost.
there's probably like a list of words that we just cannot say right now. Is that free speech, or is that like what is that? Because we're supposed to have free speech.
You can say them.
You can say them not without heavy punishment from the powers that be.
But not like lawful punishment.
Yeah, lawful punishment.
Really?
Dude. Yeah.
If you're harassing people, then that's something completely different. But if you're just free,
we don't harass anyone at Gore Brothers Media.
We're not pointing fingers.
Except podcasters that ask too many questions. No, I'm playing. No, yeah. So I'm personally, I think it's punk. Okay. Psychedelics.
Definitely corporate.
Corporate.
Definitely, bro.
Psychedelics.
Well, let's think about who made them.
That's true.
Enough said. You guys got anything more on that one?
I think it's
psychedelics?
punk. If you're taking psychedelics and
If you're just ruining your brain.
Yeah, I don't know.
I don't know. I've never tried psychedelics.
Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Same thing.
Corporate.
It's corporate.
Vaping.
Corporate.
Same thing, corporate. It's all bad for you.
Cigarettes.
Corporate.
Cigarettes are corporate.
Yeah.
Creating high quality work.
Punk.
Creating high quality work.
Punk.
Can be both, but I'll go with punk. I mean, it can be both, though. I mean, there's corporations that put out high quality work, technically.
Yeah, but I think high quality work is like with the goal of like
What, making money, getting recognition? Oh, punks don't do that.
You're wearing wearing Doc Martens, bro. That's a big ass corporation, but they put out a quality shoe that we all enjoy.
Yeah. No, I
That's
agree.
my only point. I'm not trying
But
to.
I think punk is like not really worrying about the money and just like doing it just like if Doc Marten was to just make shoes just because they love making shoes.
But that's not the question that you asked.
What's the question?
The question is
putting out high quality work.
Putting out high quality work. Is it punk or is it corporate?
Okay, well, I think there's some high quality work that's
That's what I said. I said both. I'll go with punk.
Yeah.
Because it's a safe answer.
Yeah, I'll go with punk too.
Safe answers,
both.
punk or corporate?
Safe answers are definitely corporate.
All right, so punk or corporate, accepting views different from your own.
Punk.
Say punk. Just being optimistic.
Well, I think punk is like open-mindedness and kind of challenging the status quo, challenging the standards.
Sure.
Yeah.
So you can't be like, oh, I'm challenging standards. I'm going against the grain, and then being like, but I'm not accepting any idea that's not my own.
Yeah.
All right, punk or corporate, hearing aids.
Corporate.
Corporate? Seriously?
Definitely,
Dude,
definitely
it's
corporate.
punk.
No, it's definitely
No,
corporate.
it's definitely
hearing aids?
corporate.
Hearing
Yeah,
aids.
they're like,
Oh, I have
we're
one. I have one
allowing you
after
to
this.
hear.
I have a really
We're
good one
allowing
after
you
this.
to hear. Here, you can hear, buddy. Nah, if
If I lose my hearing naturally, yeah. And then if God, God willing, I just won't hear anymore.
I think they're punk.
I have one. Earbuds or earplugs.
Punk.
Earplugs? Earplugs, like while you're playing?
Earplugs.
Corporate.
Corporate. Corporate all the way, baby.
Corporate.
Punk.
Why are they punk?
Because it's like I think it's reached
I
a point
actually
where
do-
it's like, oh, you shouldn't wear earplugs, but I actually want to take care of my ears.
So wait.
It's like more like fashionable.
So
No.
I actually do think earplugs are punk because you know what? People are gonna see with earplugs. They're gonna be like, "Look at that loser! He's wearing earplugs." But the guy wearing earplugs, not only is he preserving his hearing, but he's also not doing things because everyone around him.
Yeah.
So
I
I mean, look. At the end of the day, I think being punk is
I
just
think it's going
being
against
you.
going against what
Yeah,
everybody
yeah.
else says because you think what you're doing is right.
Or
Like
true.
saying like, okay,
Yeah, it's not. Yeah, that's a great point. I don't think being punk is just I'm being myself. It just so happens that myself is an asshole.
well, because I think we were saying like some of the stuff we do is corporate.
So
Like
yeah,
we were admitting.
yeah, but
Says the guy in the suit.
but the,
The punk shit.
yeah, no, I think that's a great
Scab
point. Conspiracy theories.
Punk.
Wait, I gotta let me redo that. Punk or corporate conspiracy theories.
Punk, but the conspiracy theories you're being fed, they're like it's like the government.
Okay, so I just want to go ahead and say,
theories.
don't name a specific
I'm
conspiracy
not.
theory
Whoa,
because
relax,
this is our
relax.
video marketing page.
Go-
This is exactly where we stand. You're gonna know.
We just spend the rest of the time talking about that one conspiracy theory.
At this point, we've talked about so many in private conversations that I don't know which one you're referring to.
Huh?
Which one? Oh, you're saying he would bring up a conspiracy
He would
theory
bring
and
one up and we would just talk about
Okay.
it for the rest of the time.
I thought you were saying,
There was a
we're
specific
gonna bring
one.
up that one,
Oh, no,
and then
no,
I'm
no.
like, which one? Which one are we
There
talking
is
about?
not one.
I don't know.
Well, I mean, Lance is always talking about this one theory, but it's so messed up. I just don't even want to.
I don't like to hear it.
I never said anything.
Okay.
Well, I would like to answer that. I don't think conspiracy theories are punk at all. I think they're corporate.
They are corporate. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't really see punks being like, hey, this is a conspiracy theory that I thoroughly believe.
That's a good point. I feel like a lot of times when people are peddling conspiracy theories at me, that's usually just people that are bored.
They're in the corporate industry. They're trying to find.
Huh.
They're bored to death.
Yeah, they're bored to death.
Eric? Okay. So, continuing on this game. Punk or corporate? By the way, guys, we got like 25, less than that left. Becoming a monk. Punk or corporate?
Punk.
Ooh,
Punk.
becoming a monk.
Punk.
I think for the right reasons it could be punk.
Lance.
I think for the right reasons
Okay.
it could be punk, but I think, yeah, no, it's punk. Being a monk is punk. It is.
Punk monk.
Lance? You got anything?
Yeah, it's punk.
Okay.
Punk monk.
Punk monk. All right. Punk or corporate. Air drying after you shower. Just letting it hang out.
Punk, I guess.
I don't know how to answer this.
You see how earlier I was like giving you guys like hard balls, but now it's like just like chill, easy ones.
These aren't.
I
This is the hardest one
Air
you've given
drying,
yet.
air drying after you shower, I would say, is punk, but that pegs the question. Showers punk?
Showers, punk.
Cleaning yourself?
I suppose it could be. Like if you're around a bunch of people who are just nasty all the time, and you actually are the one person who's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna shower." That's
I'm
punk.
actually in the shower, yeah.
Yeah.
Bathtubs.
Bathtubs. Are bathtubs punk? Yeah. Bathtubs.
Would you hop in a warm bath?
I don't know.
Candles going.
I'm not a big bath person, to be honest. I don't know.
Why does it take too long to fill the bath?
Who do take baths?
I don't think one way or the other. I'm just like, cool. I mean, it's classical. It's traditional. It's cool. I'm just not crazy about it.
Once again, guys, Gore Brothers Media is a video marketing business. We will shoot your videos for you.
And we take showers. We do take showers.
We talk about the serious issues on this show. So punk or corporate, having a lot of accessories on your person.
It depends what they are, bro.
Let's say they're just loud everywhere. Visually,
I think maybe
audibly,
if you need
they're
them,
loud.
If you need them in your everyday life to get by, then sure. But if it's just like for a fashion thing, I don't think so. But I mean, who am I to say? I don't know.
You didn't answer the question.
Punk or corporate? Punk or corporate?
Is wearing accessories punk or corporate?
I think a lot of people
wear
clothes as kind of a statement piece or as kind of a status symbol and are really excessive with their clothing.
Repeat that. So
I think a lot of people take their clothing and they kind of use it as a status symbol or it says something about them perhaps. Maybe they convey a certain level of class or a certain
Where are you going with this, bro?
I just think it's I think you should just
people wear stuff to try to flex sometimes.
Yeah, no, but I think you should just wear whatever is
because
necessary.
that is corporate.
I don't know where
a lot of these discussions going punk or corporate.
I think y'all thinking too deep. Y'all thinking too deep. If you're wearing a lot of accessories, my bad, then it's punk. That's punk or corporate. Corporate, I'm thinking of.
I'm gonna put a lot of stuff on my body and walk around, and I'm punk for that. A bunch of accessories, just anything, doesn't matter the utility or nothing like that.
Additional clothing wear to put on your person. It's not corporate. It's punk.
I don't know.
I think it's punk.
That one's a dumb one.
I think it's punk to.
It's not that deep.
To worry about what people think of the amount of accessories you wear on your body, or say the kind of suit you're wearing.
My God! In the comments, please answer this question, because I know I'm with the majority here.
He's breaking the fourth wall. Right
yeah, don't contact the audience, bro.
Do not call.
They don't like it when you talk to them.
Well, if you want to,
they're safe. They're safe.
Hey, actually, audience, why don't you guys let us know what you think of Lance? Just be ruthless.
Everybody, just give your.
That's not the question.
Everybody, do a TBH rate.
He was playing, by the way.
Do a TBH on Lance.
TBH rate, date, hate.
I'm not against that. I'm not against that.
Do it. I mean, for real. And if anybody's hateful, we're gonna be hateful back in the comments on our business page. I'm gonna cut that out. I'm just kidding. We're not hateful. Hate is not punk. We're not very punk either. Punk or corporate? Taking your dog to a dog park.
Oh wow, I heard something completely different.
If you truly love the dog, it's punk.
But if you're just phoning it in, it's corporate.
Yeah, what do you mean? Elaborate on that, please.
I think if you truly love the dog and you're like, my dog should have friends. He shouldn't be stuck in the house.
So letting your dog socialize with its species?
With its species.
Okay. Punk or corporate? Staying up to date on your flu shots.
I've never had a flu shot ever. Sorry.
Yeah, I don't remember the last time I had a flu shot.
I've never had one ever.
Probably punk. Punk. No, pretty corporate.
I can't speak on this one because I've never had one.
Well, I'd say it's pretty punk.
Punk to stay up to date
on your flu shots.
Why is that?
Well, it's punk to take a bath and shower, and if your hygiene is a necessity for you, then I think that keeping your immune system up to date with modern technology, and you don't know what's in the air and food.
All right, so next question: punk or corporate? Calling grandma.
Punk.
Calling grandma?
Punk. So
just calling your grandmother?
Punk.
Yeah, sure.
Well, it depends on how cool your grandma is.
It depends on where your grandma works.
Yeah.
I'm joking.
What do you mean cool? Like if she's not cool, you're not gonna call her? She's your grandma.
I mean, if my grandma's not punk, it's not punk to call her. I might still call her, but.
So in this case, you're one of those punks that associates punk with what other people think punk is.
Yeah, their definition of punk.
Wait. Just to clarify, when you say something is punk, that means you're saying you're against it, right?
No.
Because the suit.
What does the suit have to do with anything? Why you guys so obsessed with the suit?
I thought you were LARPing as a corporate guy this whole time.
No, I'm not. I don't know what I am. That's up for other people to decide. That's up for other people, other podcasters with their own punk
if you don't
corporate
know who you are.
show. I encourage other podcasters to do a segment of punk and corporate and put me as one of the topics so that I can see the general.
Is this clown punk or corporate? There's like a big punk podcast out there somewhere, and they're like, look at this clown.
Use this picture.
Okay. By the way, I just want to say, if you obsess about what your so-called like identity is like defined as punk or corporate, that's super lame, and we would say that's very corporate. Punk or corporate, unloading the dishwasher to prevent mold.
To prevent mold.
I don't know, man. I'm not a big dishwasher guy. I like traditional, just in the sink with it.
Yeah. So therefore, it would be corporate.
I honestly
use the dishwasher in the first place.
I don't know if I've ever even used a dishwasher.
Okay, to be fair,
I am the dishwasher.
To be fair, this doesn't clarify that you were the one that used the dishwasher. It just says unloading it to prevent mold.
Okay, yeah.
I'm not saying who did or did not unload it.
I can't speak on it because I've never done it. Plead the fifth.
Why have you not done it ever?
Why?
Yeah.
All right, next one.
Probably because I just didn't have it.
All right, punk or corporate, riding a bike.
Where are you going to?
Like, are you riding it for exercise, or are you riding it to like go somewhere, like means of transportation, or what is it?
You guys are not supposed to ask questions to have more context. You're supposed to make an uneducated guess.
You're supposed to make generalizations.
You're supposed to make broad generalizations and
I don't like where this is going at all.
Okay. Punk or corporate, stickers on everything, making your deepest held beliefs apparent at a single glance.
Corporate.
Like stickers all over things that you own.
Punk.
I don't know.
Okay, punk or corporate? Oh no, I can't do that one. I can't do that one.
How many pages do you have?
These. I didn't write these. All right, punk or corporate? Genuine faith in a cause.
Punk.
Yeah, that's punk. Having faith in general is punk. What?
Corporate? Are you serious?
I got faith in a cause.
Having faith in a cause.
Yeah. There's no causes.
I'm confused why everybody was so against my answer. What do you mean?
How is that?
How is that punk?
How is ironic detachment punk? How is being having like a sincere?
Let's think about it from Lance's standpoint. Having faith
in a cause. Hopefully,
I think what Lance's corporation thing stems from is the whole idea of maybe a group setting.
Well, what? Okay, if it's you're having faith in a cause, then I think all of society probably shares some faith in whatever cause they're looking for, and
I don't
that's
agree.
what corporate pushes for.
So,
they want you to have faith in your own cause.
Some causes that are popular and some causes that the general society accepts, but there's also some causes that would probably like alienate the general society that could be considered punk.
Well, yeah, you're always going to get that in a corporate world.
And also, it's punk, I think it's punk to have faith in something that you believe is right, whether it's popular, whether it's going to get you in trouble, whether well,
you're going to suffer.
The general society believes something does not mean that it's wrong or isn't right or isn't good. I think what's punk is saying, regardless of if the society believes it or if not, I believe it, so I'm going to support it.
Sincere belief in what you're doing or what you're pursuing. All right, punk or corporate? Having a drug-induced panic attack. Okay, to be fair, when I wrote that, I didn't even think about that, but that's funny.
Think about what? Anyways.
Nothing.
Fucking punk.
Nah. Drugs are corporate.
Drugs are corporate. And if you're convincing yourself otherwise, that you're psyoping yourself. Wait, punk or corporate?
Bad handwriting.
For real.
Not being able to read your own handwriting.
Read your own handwriting.
Yeah, I'm guilty. Wait, say that into the mic so it actually.
Not being able to read your own handwriting. That shit didn't land.
Guilty. No, the AI will make it. The AI will chop it perfectly.
The AI is not gonna like that word.
Oh wait, no, I know what I said here. What word? What word?
Kason said the AI isn't gonna like that we're addressing.
Yeah, it does.
The
We're
computer
cool.
blows up.
We're cool.
We appreciate all the work you do, Mr. AI.
No, you do a great job. Saves me a lot of time. All right, I know what I wrote now, so we can stop the AI bashing. And
Yeah.
So punk or corporate, being in debt for basic survival needs. Also, guys, hey, we're running low on time, so we're gonna be rapid. I'm gonna go rapid fire on these last couple. These last like dozen.
I think having debt is having the debt is maybe punk, but like debt as a like defining what debt is definitely corporate.
Go rapid fire, guys.
Punk. I think it's punk.
Punk.
Okay, so you heard it here first. Being in debt for basic survival needs is punk. I don't like this. I don't think it's almost like I wrote all of these to make you guys supremely uncomfortable.
No, but you don't have to answer them. That's
because I made the game.
Okay.
Punk or corporate?
Nice.
Hating your miserable 9-to-5.
Punk.
Well, no, that's corporate as hell.
corporate.
Hating it but not doing anything about it. That's a trick question.
All right, so they're catching on. Yeah. No, that's a sick answer actually. Punk or corporate? No, I can't do that one. Punk. I'm having some like
it's okay.
some retrospective clarity here. Punk or corporate? Being convinced voting will work.
Corporate.
Voting it. I don't know,
Corporate.
man. Like being convinced that it would work is probably. Well, voting in what sense, bro? Like voting for like a president in the United States, or like voting on like where we're gonna go to eat after this. You know what I mean? Like you have to define it.
I think voting in general is pretty corporate because a punk would just say I don't really care what the majority votes because I'm just gonna.
Fuck, I don't like your definition.
I'm just gonna do what I want.
I don't like Casey's definition, bro.
Okay. So the game can. Lance, do you want to hop in?
Corporate.
Okay, corporate. All right, so guys, we got 8 minutes left. We got 8 minutes left. You guys are gonna have to stop coming up with well-formulated answers and just start saying stuff that's very.
I can't.
Harmful to our reputation and stuff.
I can't.
Okay, punk or corporate? Making cute little knickknacks.
Punk.
Punk
That's
is
punk.
fuck.
Making things.
Okay. And then wearing them on your person.
Corporate.
Punk.
You can make them but never show them.
Wait. Demand. Okay. Punk
Demanding a higher wage.
Punk or corporate demanding to be taken seriously.
Corporate.
Hurry, guys. We only have so much time.
Punk. That's 100% punk.
Okay. Punk or corporate? Punk or corporate? Eating fruit.
Punk. Fruit is
Eating fruit? Eating something
fruit?
sweet and juicy out of a tree?
The establishment doesn't want you to eat fruit.
I'm good.
The establishment doesn't want
I'm
you
good
to
on the.
eat
I'm good on the
apple.
pesticides.
All right. Okay. Punk or corporate? Taking a nap.
Corporate.
Okay.
Punk, what? How is that corporate?
Punk or corporate? Throwing up and acting like nothing happened.
Punk.
Okay, some of these questions are getting really personal.
Really personal.
I know. Like seriously, when I wrote these, I legitimately wasn't thinking about anybody. But now that I'm reading them, I'm like, oh, that's funny. That's like I feel.
I don't know.
Okay. Punk or corporate? I can't say that.
Just say it. We'll cut it.
You know what? I'm down to these last three, and I'm like, there's no way I can say that.
Just come up with them.
Like, anticlimactic game, but I feel like we learned a lot. I feel like you guys had a lot of fun.
I didn't like that at all.
Reading what you truly wrote.
I like games.
Because there's a camera
I'm
on.
so corporate.
Yeah.
Corporate.
Take that to the bank.
Punk or corporate?
What?
Punk or corporate?
What?
Oh, I say corporate.
What is? For what?
Not reading the last statement that you wrote.
Not
There's a
reading
camera
the
present.
lines that you wrote because there's a camera on you.
That's kind of corporate, yeah.
No, it's corporate.
Yeah.
Take it to the bank, baby. All right, guys.
Take it to the bank, baby.
All right, so, we got a couple minutes left. Getting.
So let's cover any ground that we didn't cover as far as pigeonholing ourselves and our beliefs so that they are open.
I don't think we pigeonholed. Well, I mean, you guys did. I didn't.
Yeah.
I said nothing.
I think the best thing to do is stop it right here and stop talking.
Listen, genuinely, I halfway through I thought about it. I was like, we might have to reshoot this.
I don't know if I want to post this.
We'll see. I mean, it's probably gonna age great.
I don't know, man. I don't know.
What did we even say that was wrong?
I mean, Lance, the whole time you were chomping at the bit to get that conspiracy theory.
But we didn't really elaborate on that a lot.
Did you want to circle back?
We got 5 more minutes for you to
circle back to it.
Well, I think it's nice that no one bothered us up on this roof.
No
I
kidding.
was expecting, like, the door kept opening over there. I was expecting someone to, like, pop out and be like, hey, what are y'all doing? Nobody even, like, said anything.
Yeah, if I parked on the roof, I'd say, hey, what are you guys doing?
Corporate America, we're shutting you down.
I would at least...
thought a representative from corporate America was going to come and shut me down.
But
I would have been like, no,
he's our decoy.
Hey, I'm one of you.
Yeah, he's like a sheep. He's like the sheep
hey,
in
I
wolf's
just
clothing.
got in with these punks. You're finna blow my cover, man.
Or the wolf in sheep's clothing.
Get out of here. It took me weeks to get this gig.
You don't want none of these punk kids, man. Get out of here.
You're like, what's his name what's the Quentin Tarantino movie? The Cops.
Joker.
Reservoir Dogs.
Reservoir Dogs. What's
Mr. Orange.
Yeah, he's Mr. Orange.
No.
Kind of looks like him. And he's wearing a suit.
What does he say? He's like, you're super cool, man. They're totally gonna believe you. You're so cool.
Dude, he was on a roof too, reading.
Yeah. Cool. You gotta know what kind of soap they got in there. They got that powdery stuff. They got this stuff that makes your hands turn pink. What do they got in there? That's the other character. That's not Mr. Orange.
All right, so got a couple minutes left here. Straight up, we'll just go around. We'll just say one brief closing statement. Guys, thanks for watching this far. Go ahead and, if you haven't already, subscribe and keep checking out our stuff. We're going to try to make it better and better every time you tune in. And being punk is just starting, regardless of like the means, and having fun. And just being honest. But Rick?
Yeah, man, exactly what he said. Just have a good time, make some stuff, and if people don't like it, just make more of it.
I agree with that completely. Yeah, just be yourself and find something that brings you joy. I hope you guys have a good day.
Do what makes you happy. Even if that includes not giving a full conclusion to the podcast you just shot. Thank you.
We got 2 more minutes, so we can. I for these last 2 minutes, what?
Does it have to be exactly an hour long?
Well, I was just gonna reiterate one more time.
Go ahead.
We are, huh?
Go ahead.
We are Gore Brothers Media. We do video marketing for businesses. We might not seem professional, but wait till we get a hold of your brand, and then you can tell us. Yeah, that's all.